Yo, welcome back to AJ's World of Sports. Today's video, we will be highlighting week one matchup Cowboys versus the Browns. We will be breaking down their schedules for this video, my boy. So let's talk about Dallas. And also, F Dallas, because I'm from New York, ride or die, you know what I mean? NYC all day. Shout out to the Knicks, shout out to the Jets, Giants, the Nets. Buffalo too, because they are from New York. I was hesitant to say it, but they are from New York. But first matchup, like I said, against the Browns, I'm taking the Browns in that one, man. I'm gonna be honest. I expect a lot much better with Deshaun Watson, especially because they made the trade for Jerry Jeudy. So now they have another wideout with Amari Cooper, and David Njoku stepped up big time. Even though it was with Sleepy Joe, I expect the same results with Deshaun Watson. Second week, they got to face the Saints. Then they got Baltimore, and I'm riding with Baltimore because you know what it is when you rock with Lamar Jackson. That's AKA Big Trush. Let me stop it, bruh. And then the next few weeks, they going to take on the Giants, the Steelers, and Detroit. Detroit is about to be a hell of a matchup. Two high power offenses. I cannot wait. Jared Goff and Dak Prescott. It's going to be a good matchup. Even though Dallas, your running backs are kind of booty, they had to go back and get Ezekiel Elliott from like 5 years ago, expecting the same thing, but no. And then they also signed Dalvin Cook. Kind of crazy, but somebody got to run the damn ball. Why not be the two OGs from the NFL? You know what I mean? Because they kind of screwed it up for the running backs. I ain't gonna cap, but let me continue on. Week 7 is a bye week. Then after that, week 8, they got that big boy matchup against the Niners. And I'm gonna be honest, you gotta rock with the Cowboys in this matchup. Like I said in my other video, the Cowboys are the Cowboys in the regular season. We all know this. When the playoffs start, totally different situation. So I expect wonderful greatness from Dak Prescott and the crew. Crazy of me saying that, but I do. Against the 49ers. The following week, they got ATL shouty. They're going to A-stomp in that goddamn building, man. Sorry for the Falcons, but they're going to have to take that L. After that, they got the Eagles and then the Texans. Two back-to-back crazy matchups. And I'm going to be honest, those are two L's in a row because Philadelphia, they just have a better complete roster than the Cowboys. Like AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and then they made that trade for the other wide receiver throughout the last week or so. Saquon, Hurts, Dallas Goddard or whatever, bro. Tight ends galore, offensive line the same. Even though they don't have Jason Kelsey, I understand they mold their linemen the same way the Ravens and 49ers do. Always going to be elite in that department. And then on the defensive end, all first round picks across the board on that defensive line and that secondary, I expect much better. Like, honestly, I expect a whole lot better because the Cowboys on the defensive end, it's basically the same, honestly. Now, even though they lost their secondary cornerback, and also they didn't even try to sign back Gilmore, which is absurd to me because Gilmore held it down when Trayvon Diggs went down last season. Like he held it down for the OG. All technical skills, none fast, none speed, none of that, you know. But then after that, they got to verse Houston, and like I say in every video, C.J. Stroud, he different. He the only man that I ever seen in a football field bring a basketball on that mug, man. He the only NFL player I ever seen in my life with a golf club on a football field. Tennis ball on a football field. That's different. Different, you know? So those are two back-to-back L's for them. And then after that, they get two back-to-back wins because they versing a whole lot of mid and a whole lot of trash. They got the Commanders and the Giants back-to-back. And then right after that, they got Cincy. Kind of worry about that one because we all know about Cincy. They like to gun it out. Joe Burrow back, young Shicey. It's kind of cold out there. See, you know what I mean? Cincinnati, a little cold. But and then Jamar Chase back and healthy. T Higgins, I expect the same results. Giving that to the Bengals for that win, man. And then right after that, Carolina, Tampa Bay. We already know. Clean up on aisle 3, please, for the Cowboys, because those are easy dubs. And then they got to face Philly again. and this will come down for the division. Y'all ain't gonna lie right here, this specific game. And I'm gonna go with the Eagles again. I'm gonna be honest. I expect the Eagles to win out the division in the NFC because and this is gonna be crazy because this is gonna be the first time in probably about 20 some plus years a team is going back to back in the division, and the Eagles will do it because the Eagles are the Eagles, always gonna be top dog no matter what. Any year with it, whatever year it is, Eagles always gonna be top dog in that division because Cowboys do cowboy things, and then they end off the goddamn year with a little, you know what I mean, a little quick matchup, you know what I mean? Get a little tune-up matchup, excuse me, against the Commanders. Tune them up for the playoffs, headed into that mug going crazy, you know? But Dallas, man, you guys just got your freaking wide receiver, signed him to that big deal. Thank God. So what's next? Dak Prescott, is he gonna be the move going forward for you guys? I don't know, man, cause Jerry Jones, you doing a little bit too much, man. All that yapping, but ain't no ink to the paper. You know what I mean? Better get some ink to that paper because Dak won 60 mil, and that's gonna be the going market for next offseason. And also, they got Micah Parsons. I understand Micah Parsons went back and being the team player. You know what I mean? Which is really good, but you got to get your bread, bro. They got a few. They got a few decisions to be making over the next year, within the next 4 months, literally, because they can lock down their cornerstone on the defensive end, or just sign their QB back. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they gotta make a move now. But let's go over to the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, them dirty, dirty, dirty dogs over there in that AFC North. And we know it's always a dog matchup every freaking year, bro, in that goddamn division. It's insane how tough it is every year for them. But Cleveland, they gotta go against Cowboys, like I said. I'm giving that to them. Then they have Jacksonville. Then they got the Giants, and they got the Raiders and Commanders right after that. Those are all easable wins for the freaking Browns, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, Browns might slightly sneak it in as a third team from the AFC North division. They might slightly sneak in because they have an easy schedule. Those first 5 games, very capable, very easable to win, honestly, because like Commanders, they got all the talent, no quarterback. Raiders, some talent, no QB. Giants, a fucking mess. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, he digressed last season, took a step back. So, are we going to get a different Trevor Lawrence going into the first week? For week 2? Or is it going to be the same results from last year? Because Jacksonville didn't get better. They had to give up Calvin Ridley because it didn't really correlate the connection between the two. So they had to give him up because you don't want to waste money to a wide receiver that's not good with your QB, So I'm giving those wins to the Browns, honestly, man. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. And then after that, they got Philly and then the Bengals. 2 back-to-back dog fights because they gonna fly. They gonna fly. Eagles is gonna fly all the time because I expect the Eagles to take that one. And I'm taking Cincinnati in that first matchup for the division game. Because it's Joe Shiesty. Joe gonna do Joe, and he gonna show up in the right moments when you need him the most. But I expect Deshaun Watson to have a good year, like I said, and by this time, by week 7, Nick Chubb, he should be rolling. It should be a steam. That should be a train, just rolling and rolling and rolling, bro. By week 7, because they said he's supposed to be back week 4, so I give him 3 to 4 weeks to kind of get his engine, rev the engine up a little bit, big old Raptor truck, you know what I mean? Just rev it up a little bit, and then start just pushing full throttle by week 9 or so, So I expect greatness from Nick Chubb bouncing back from his ACL injury. But after that, week 8, they got Baltimore, right? And I'm giving the Browns the first win, though, honestly. Because it's always a crazy matchup against the Ravens. We've seen it plenty of times throughout the years. We've seen it against with Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson literally running out of the tunnel to make saving plays and stuff like that. And Deshaun Watson, better QB than Baker Mayfield. And I expect Deshaun Watson to have a good year. So I expect him to execute down the stretch in that fourth quarter, where it means the most, because I know Lamar Jackson, that's my dude, but I'm realistic. he does have his laps in the fourth quarter by throwing a lot of bad balls, having your team go 3-and-out when you least expected the most. So I'm giving that first matchup with the Ravens for the Browns. Then they have the Chargers right after that. So that's another easy win because the Chargers, another unknown team because of the new head coach, Justin Herbert there, but no wide receivers. Blah, blah, blah. Week 10, bye week. Week 11, Saints, and then they have Pitt, and then they have the Broncos. You could chalk those up as, hold up, excuse me. And then week 14, they have to go against the Steelers once again. You could chalk those four for quick wins. I ain't going to lie. They're going to sweep the Steelers because I expect by this time, Russell's going to be out, and Justin Fields is going to be the new experiment for the Steelers, because I don't really expect much from the Steelers, but I expect them to be another 8-9 team or 9-8 team like every year. But in week 15, they got to go against Patty Mahomes, a.k.a. Kermit, and all the Swifties. And I'm going to be honest, Chiefs are going to take that easy. But right after that, they got the Bengals, and then they got Miami, and then they got the Ravens, ending off the freaking year. 3 crazy matchups for the last 3 games. Like, these are some dogfights. This will determine who's in the playoffs and who's not in the playoffs because I expect the Jets to win the division, so Miami and the Browns going to be fighting for that 7-6 spot, you know what I mean? So, and then even the Bengals, I expect the Ravens to win the division, so they're going to be fighting as well, So these two are very vital games for all 3 of these teams, for the Bengals, Miami, and the Browns. And I'm going to be honest, I'm giving those 2 wins to the Browns, bro. I really do. Honestly, I really do. Because I do have Tyreek Hill in my fantasy league, but I want to get rid of him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really. It's like, yeah, he's gonna put up all the numbers, but is it gonna be consistent enough throughout the season where you need him the most? Because he kind of trailed off later on in the year last year due to injury, and will the same thing happen to him again? I don't know. So I'm kind of iffy on him a little bit. Not gonna deny, but yeah, I'm gonna give the Browns the wins against the Bengals and as well as Miami. But then for the division, against the Ravens for the last game of the season, giving the Baltimore, because Big Trent's gonna step up big time if you lost the first one against the Browns. So you better step up big time because I got you guys going to the freaking Super Bowl this year, man. And y'all better prove me right because I love being right. If you're not right, you're wrong. Simple as that. It don't get no better than that, But yeah, man, that's my picks for the Cowboys and the Browns. Shout out to all the boys that's coming back. I cannot wait. I'm very excited. Football is almost here. It's finally back, guys. I cannot wait. Less than a week away. It's going to be pretty epic. Pretty epic. And then also, with Cleveland Brown, they did go get Jerry Jeudy, so that sweetens the load for Deshaun Watson for wide receivers, because now you have Cooper and Jerry Jeudy. I know Jerry Jeudy didn't reach the projections that he was supposed to at his position pick, at his draft pick, but he's still solid for a 2. For only a 2. But let me talk about my fantasy team. I'm in 2 leagues this year. One is a 5-man league. Yes, I know, 5 men, kind of crazy, but my team is dumb stacked. I'm gonna name them all for y'all real quick. Y'all ready? I don't know if y'all ready. So I had Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, Browns defense, Tyler Bass. That's my lineup. That's my starting lineup, right? I have James Cook, Devontae Adams, Kyle Pitts. I have Kenneth Walker III, Rashid Rice, who, thank God, NFL ain't doing nothing with him yet. I'm keeping him on my roster, man, because he ain't been suspended yet, so we straight. You know what I mean? And next, I have David Njoku, 3rd tight end for trade bait, you know what I mean? And then I did pick up Nick Chubb. I had to. I ain't gonna cap. I had to. put him on IR. And then for my last spot, I have Keenan Allen. But since the Browski drop DJ Moore, might as well go pick up the number one. You know what I mean? So I have DJ Moore coming up on the way. That's my 8-man. I mean, that's my 5-man league. Excuse me, right? So this is the 8-man league team. Y'all not ready for this, right? And I made a blockbuster. First, let's start off with the blockbuster trade that happened last night with me and my boy Chris. Because I was looking for a running back because I didn't really like my team starting off. Like, this is my team. This is what I drafted for the starters, right? I drafted Aaron Rodgers, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Nico Collins, Brown defense, and Jake Elliott, right? That's my starting lineup. I'm second guessing Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not gonna lie because it's a dual running back system over there with Detroit. That's why I made this blockbuster trade last night with the Browski Chris. You ready for the trade? So he gets Jahmyr Gibbs, right? Jahmyr Gibbs from Detroit, and he gets Rashid Rice, and I'm getting Jonathan fucking Taylor, bro, for a running back. So now I'm gonna have JT and Josh Jacobs, who is they're two cowboy backs now because AJ Dillon just got hurt. So Josh Jacobs, he's averaging about 18 to 20 rushing attempts every game this year. And the same thing with JT. And now my thing is either I have two moves I want to make, but I'm not sure if they're willing to make it. Because I don't care. I'm willing to deal off Tyreek Hill to another competitor. I'm okay with that. As long as I'm getting back what I want. You know what I mean? And another move I'm looking at is to shore up another wide receiver because I have a crap ton of running backs now. Because I do have Kenneth Walker on the bench, Najee Harris, and I have Zeke. Because somebody got to run the damn ball for the Cowboys, you know? So I'm thinking about moving off from Kenneth Walker to go trade for another wideout, you know? Just to shore up the spot because I'm about to lose Rashid Rice. Because I need another wide receiver that's on the bench that I know that's guaranteed at least 16 to 19 points for a week when one of these other guys are on their buys. But I can't wait, bro. NFL, we're almost here. Oh, man. Almost here. Next week on Thursday. But yo, this is Aaron Jones, AJ's World of Sports. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on IG at AJ_the Don 99 because we do it 99 ways because I have 99 problems, you heard, on some Hove. And the only reason I picked 99 because Aaron Donald, you know what I mean? 99. And also 99 was where I was born, you know what I mean? One of the best years of all time, right before the 2000, you heard me, baby. But yo, this is another installment, baby, breaking down these schedules, bro. I cannot wait. We're almost there. Almost there. And also, we have a game in Brazil. We have a game out there, down in the South, you heard? But yo, tap in, baby. You know the vibes. I do what I do, man. Peace.